And you see what is happening is that these Azimio characters and the press, they are blaming me ati wamekatazwa kuja kwa handshake. Sasa mimi, nyinyi mnataka hiyo handshake? Mimi ni mtu ya kuchukua amri kwa raia. Sasa rais akienda huko Nyanza, kazi yao tu ni fitina. Huyu deputy president hataki tukuje. Mimi nataka wakuje, lakini si wakuje kuchukua nafasi ya watu yangu ya RiftValley na ya mlima. I have no problem. Let them come. Kama wameamua kusupport rais, they are welcome. But the way the governor has said, the president and I are not foolish. And we are buddies, we are great friends. Even if we are speaking separately, we are saying the same thing. Tunasema kitu kimoja. Nasema, wewe rais enda mustuni. Utafute huko ile watu walipotea mizio ile yote unaweza lete, chukua, tafuta na ukaunganisha Kenya, na kwa sababu hao wanalipa kodi uwafanyie kazi. Lakini ngome lako la Mount Kenya na RiftValley ikuwa inachungwa. Unajua mimi nasema acha mimi nitegemee ile iko kwa mko. Si ile iko mustuni rais atafute. Mimi wacha nichunge ile iko nyumba. Mnataka nichunge ya nyumbani? Sasa rais ako huko Kisumu wapi? Anatembea. Sasa kama ningekuwa na yeye nani angekuja kuchunga nyinyi? Mnataka tuache kuchunga nyumbani? So mimi niko mlima RiftValley mlima. Wananiingilia, huyu ni naibu rais wa Kenya, mbona anaenda RiftValley, anaenda mlima, anaenda RiftValley. For the time being nitakaa hapo. Wacha rais azunguke, aende Kisumu, aende Kisii, aende Kakamega, aende kila pahali. Ili atapata aniletee, niongeze na ile yetu. Now tell these people, press, I have no apologies. I am unapologetic to demand and to insist that those who believed in William Ruto and supported him to a man have every right to benefit immensely from his government. I have no apology at all. And if that can bring a problem, so be it. So be it. Sasa, si nyinyi mliumia miaka 5. You suffered for 5 years because of kumuunga mkono William Ruto akiwa deputy president. Mkatengwa. Maendeleo ikapelekwa pahali hawakupiga kura. Ukiangalia tu mnaona ikipita. Sasa you need affirmative action to catch up. And we are not apologetic to anybody. Absolutely. At all. Serikali yetu inaongozwa na rais wetu William Ruto is steady and very stable. There is no problem and there will be none whatsoever. You know, many people are still in denial. Wale ambayo walikuwa na mpinga rais, including the media, the Standard newspaper, ambayo ni ya kijana ya Moi, they are still in denial. They are still looking for a way how this government can have a problem. Wanaota ndoto ati rais na naibu wake wanaweza kosana. Sasa mimi na watu ya mlima Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta wa sawa sana wa president, alikuwa anatupeleka barabara hiyo, tukasema hapana. Huyu kijana ya Sugoi tunamjua, tunampenda, hakuna haja tukosea, ametusaidia, ni mchapa kazi, ako na maono, tukaamua tumchague. We mobilized. Hawa watu hawa magazeti walikuwa nasema Mkikuyu hawezi chagua kabila ingine. Sidi walikuwa nasema? And we did. They have not given up. If something small tumesema, wanachukua microscope kuangalia kama iko shida. Mimi nimesema watu ya Mount Kenya waungane. Because unlike the people of RiftValley, mimi nilisaidia rais na nilijaribu lakini sikufanya vile ningependa. I would have liked to do much better. I gave President William Ruto from the mountain 87%. I lost 13%. I am looking for that 13% to give William Ruto in 2027 100%. Sasa nikisema hiyo wanasema there is a problem. Sasa iko shida gani? Hii kutafuta watu wa Azimio. Na hiyo watu haku wameenda Azimio kwa kupenda, ni kulazimishwa. Kushikwa Friday, kufungiwa account, kuhaku haras. Sasa hiyo watu wananitafuta wasema sisi tulikuwa tumetishwa, turudishe nyumbani. Mimi nimesema, nimeita hawa ya mlima nimesema I want to bring everybody on board behind President William Ruto. Wameweka headline, labda iko shida. Kwa nini DP anaunganisha watu ya Mount Kenya? What problem can there be when we are trying to say the 13% tulete na ile 87 ikuwe 100 kwa 100? Iko shida gani? And you see, these people have a problem. When the people of Western met the other time, wakasema anataka ungane, hakuna headline waliandika. Lakini wakisikia mimi nataka kuunganisha Mlima Kenya behind William Ruto, ni balaa. Tunaambiwa tulipatia nyinyi viti mingi. Iko makosa gani? Kura yenu pia ilikuwa mingi. So what is the problem? Si ilikuwa mingi. So, and let me say, wananikashifu mimi ya kwamba ninakumbusha rais ya kwamba hata tukipeana kazi tukumbuke zaidi wale walisimama na sisi, because kila mtu sasa anakimbia kwa rais kwa sababu ni rais. Siku alikuwa pale akiwa na shida mingi, hiyo watu walikuwa na yeye. Sasa wote wamefika. Ile bidii wako nayo ya kuingia kwa serikali na kuuliza maneno, kama hiyo bidii wangetuwekea kwa kura tungeshinda na kula milioni 10. But we are saying they are welcome because the president is president of the whole country. But in that government lazima kuwe na wakili ya kutetea ile watu walipigia William kura. Wale walimpigia, wale walimpenda, wale walimuamini. Na mimi siongei mambo ya maendeleo. Maendeleo ipeanwa kila pahali Kenya. Lakini niulize, ile kiti ya kumsaidia rais, ile natakikana mtu muaminifu, anamuelewa, anampenda, unaweza patia mtu hujui? Sasa nyinyi hapa Nandi, huyu Felix Koskei, si mtoto wenu? Amepata kazi pale ya maana, tuko naye pale, tunamsaidia rais. Rais akitaka kutangaza kitu ndio ataweka sahihi. Hiyo lazima kuwe ni mtu muaminifu 100%, ambaye tunajua hata tukilala hawezi enda nyuma ya rais. Sasa hii kitu mnataka kuniambia ati nipatie watu walikuja juzi? Hiyo watu walikuja juzi, wangoja tutaamini hao kura ikipigwa na ikihesabiwa. After the next election ni sawa. But for now, there are certain positions ambaye itakuwa ni ya wale watu walimuamini William Ruto, walikubaliana na mipango yake ya kubadilisha Kenya, walimpigia kura na walionyesha mapenzi kwake. Those positions I continue to insist. Na mimi nasema pia, nafasi ya kazi ikipatikana, kwanza tuangalie wale ambaye tunaamini na walitupenda na tulikuwa natembea nao pamoja. Na nyinyi watu ya Nandi mko hapo ndani. That is my position. Marais wote wa Afrika wamesema William Ruto awaongoze. Ameenda pale United Nations, ameongea Kizungu, wazungu wote wamesimama. Rais amekubalika katika dunia nzima kama kiongozi wa dunia. That is why these Azimio people have a problem with me, together with the press. They have a problem with me because of insisting. You know, kwetu wanasema ukiumwa na nyoka nyeusi, hata ukiona kamba unafanya nini? Unajua sisi tulipiga kura 2017. Tukakuja tukatengwa nje. Wale hawakutupigia kura wakaingia kwa serikali wakafanywa kila kitu. Sasa lazima mimi nikiwa pale ndio mtu ya kuangalia hiyo isikuje kufanyika hata siku moja. That is my work. Na mimi nafanya kazi yangu. So hata mkinikachifu, hata mkiandika headline, I don't have a problem. And that matter ya kusema watu walipiga kura waangaliwe is biblical. Bishop is biblical. And what I am saying and what I'm asking is within the Bible. Kiangalia Biblia, Wagalatia 6 mstari wa 10. Kwa hivyo basi, kadili tunavyopata nafasi, tuwatendee mema watu wote, lakini hasa sana sana wale ya ima. Ni Biblia, sio mimi. Sio mimi. It is not me. It's in the Bible. It is in the Bible. And I want to tell these people, I want to look at you straight in the face. Please don't waste your time. There will be no division in this government. President William Ruto and I talk the same language. We consult, we agree, and we move on. And the president is taking us to the right place. What we are doing and what I'll continue to do is uniting the backyard of President William Ruto in the Mount Kenya region and the RiftValley. That I'll do. And we won the last election by 200,000 votes margin. And I want us to shikane wale watu ya Rais, watu ya mlima na watu ya bonde la ufa. Ile kura yote ilikuwa ya Azimio ya pale mlima na hapa, tukiweka pamoja is 1 million votes. Yote tuongeze kwa William Ruto, we win with a landslide. Ndio hii watu wasipate nafasi tena ya kwenda maandamano na kusema wanataka mazungumzo. The way to deal with 2027 and beyond, and I'm clear in my mind, I'm so persuaded, so is the president, is to make sure that the win is so decisive ya kwamba hata ukienda maandamano unaonekana kama wewe ni mwenda wazimu. And that is what we are working on. So you relax. There is no problem. There will be none. The unity of the RiftValley will continue under my leadership. The unity of Mount Kenya will continue under my leadership. And my boss, President William Ruto, will continue uniting the rest of Kenya. Yeye angangane huko, na mimi namtakia mema. Ili atapata aniletee tuongeze. I have no problem. And that is the way to go. And I'm saying, how can we unite the country if we are not united as a region? It's to unite Mount Kenya, one voice. RiftValley, one voice. Western, one voice. When all the regions are united differently, then we come to unganisha kama nini? Kama Kenya. That is where we are. That is what we stand for. And that is what we will proceed with. So mimi nataka niseme watu ya Nandi na watu ya bonde la ufa, nyinyi ni watu wangu. And you should sleep soundly. Hata kama bana ona rais wacha aende asaidie huko. Mimi niko. And I'm also happy. But also the people mulitupatia are good workers. You did not just give us people because they come from here. Ama walitupigia kura. You gave us good professionals. I am very proud of the work Felix Koskei is doing to assist the president. And I work very closely with him. Tunasaidia rais pamoja. So hii magazeti unajaribu kusema Mr. Fix-It nini bunge nini. Unajua hii jamaa wamekwama. They are stuck. They had said hata kama William Ruto amechaguliwa, vile uchumi imewacha ikiwa mbaya ataanguka. Wameona rais ameanza. Mambo imeanza kuamuka. Juzi magavana tumewapatia pesa yao yote. CDF tumepatia wote. Sasa wameanza kulenga wale watu wenye kushikilia rais ndio wajaribu kumlete chini. Wanaanza na mimi kwa sababu wanajua mimi nikiwa pale siwapatii nafasi. Ama unataka niwapatie? Siwezi. Hata wakiniingilia, huyu deputy, nini. Mimi niko pale ku make sure hakuna mtu atapata nafasi ya kuja kuchokoza rais na kumsumbua. Sasa wanajaribu ati kuniingilia mimi ati ndio niingie uoga niwache kukabiliana na hao. Sasa nyinyi mliniona usiku. Mliniona usiku. Mimi niko pale. Mimi siwezi tafuta serikali nishindwe na kuchunga, nitakuwa mjinga. Si nitakuwa mjinga? Si hii serikali ilikuwa na shida sana kupata. Tuliumia tukitafuta hii serikali. How can we work so hard to get a government tushindwe kuchunga? So hiyo watu wote wanajaribu kuja pale kila mahali, mimi naweka mitego hapo. Wakijaribu kuja hakuna. They have a problem with me because nakataa. Walitaka kutuzia uoga, walete maandamano, waharibu mali ya watu, waibe vitu, wauzie rais uoga, ati waitu handshake waingie kwa serikali. Nikasema haiwezekani. Ama ulitaka nikubali?
Hello and what's up everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, tap that subscribe button, but if you're a returning subscriber, make sure thank you so much for joining me once again. It's through your support that I get to do these videos, without which I could not be doing these videos. And like I said, this is the greatest YouTuber in the Republic of Kenya, and the E in my name stands for exactly what you need. Rigathi Gachagua, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, has continued to maintain a very tough stance on the people who voted for William Ruto will be the first in getting development projects. They will be the first in getting state appointments. They will be the first in getting anything else that comes with the packages of voting for a government. And he repeated these words while he was in Nandi, which is a total contradiction from what his boss, the President of the Republic of Kenya, is saying. Because according to the President, he's saying that everybody is entitled to development because they voted, they didn't vote, but they pay taxes, their fair share of taxes, and therefore everybody is entitled to development projects. But the Deputy President is speaking a different language, and he actually responded and actually made the point very clear that those people who voted for the government will be the first people to actually enjoy the development projects and the state appointments. But lately, if you've been looking and for the masters of body language, they are reading disagreement. They are reading seeds of discord between the president and the deputy president. Guys, if history serves you right, you remember the kind of reaction the president, the current president, had during the BBI launch in Bomas. It is the same kind of reaction that Riggy G is actually exhibiting. Is actually exhibiting signs and symptoms of a very, very, very bad tiff or disagreement between him and his boss. You know, and a clip that has really been doing rounds on the social media is whereby the president was signing the privatization bill in State House, giving power to CSs to privatize non-performing state entities. And it is during that moment in State House where the Deputy President was seen not smiling. Everybody in that house was actually smiling, was actually showing off the bill that they have signed, but the Deputy President was not in any way smiling. He was not in any way happy. He was very stressed up and very depressed and showing signs of a disagreement. It is imminent, guys. Even in Kisumu, when Ruto was launching the Uhuru 2 shipyard, the first ship to be constructed in Kenya, the Deputy President was seen near the President, but the kind of reaction that he was giving, or the kind of look that he was giving to the President, was a look that is not very pleasant. It was a look that showed signs of discomfort. Now, in the laws of power, this law of power states that you not outshine your master. Never. Actually said, never outshine your master. You must show your master is great. You must show your master is a dispenser of happiness. You must let attention revolve around your master. You must let your master seem greater than actually he looks. In fact, That law of power says you must make your master seem greater than he looks. You must make him look bigger and more grandiose than he actually is. And this is the law that Gachagua is forgetting, and if he is not careful, it will catch up with him. Because if you look at the structure of government right now, every other CS is fighting Moses Kuria. Every other senior government, is fighting Rigathi Gachagua, for instance, Moses Kuria. We're seeing people openly disagreeing with the second in command, which is very, very unpleasant. It's not a good picture to show to the public. It is a very, very bad picture to show, especially if you have a very vibrant opposition that wishes you to fall, and so that they can take the government. And one thing about William Ruto is that he can do it without Gachagua. That is what Gachagua is forgetting. William Ruto does not need Rigathi Gachagua to win anything. So he might even decide to change the deputy in 2027 and run on a different ticket with a different person. So in the full realization of that, I think Gachagua should tone down his horses and support the president. You see, he was threatening to bring back Uhuru Kenyatta to government, not really because Uhuru Kenyatta has anything substantial to offer, but because we want to punish the president who is seemingly having a bromance with Raila Odinga. And that will be the beginning of disaster, a full-blown disaster, because when we bring these people who never wished the good of the government back to the government, what do you think these people will do, guys? What do you think these people will bring back to the government? They never wished anything good for the government in the first place, and now we are threatening to bring them back here. It will be a full-blown fight. So Rigathi Gachagua, experts are reading mischief, and he has responded in earnest, saying there is no mischief, there is nothing wrong, and that the government is stable, the government is strong, the government, they are in unity, they are in unison, that they are saying different things, but they mean the same things. These are the things we saw when William Ruto started disagreeing with Uhuru Kenyatta. But eventually he was unable to hide, and we actually discovered that there was actually something towards the run to the elections. So the opposition is against Gachagua, the government, some government members are also against Riggy G, and he's a man not wanted home and away. And his relevance is tied to William Ruto. Without William Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua cannot make it in politics, cannot occupy that seat, And now he purports to be the person who brought Mount Kenya to William Ruto. But critics have argued that he is not the one in the mountain, gravitated towards Ruto because he wanted to, not because Rigathi Gachagua had anything to do with it, or his influence had anything to do with him bringing the votes to the mountain. So an advice to Riggy G: he needs to style up, he needs to tone down, he needs to seem to agree with the president. These running battles, he was so vicious, saying that he will guard Mount Kenya and the RiftValley, and he's the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, not for Mount Kenya and RiftValley, but he was saying that for him he'll look after RiftValley and Mount Kenya, and that the president should go out there and look after the other regions of Kenya and bring him the votes, because he's the one to protect the votes. He's the custodian of the votes that were brought to our coalition, to the Kenya Kwanza coalition, So there are sentiments that are not sitting well with people, and they are really, really bringing up high-octane politics. The country has now been suspended into a political atmosphere, into a campaign mode, people are really now starting early campaigns, people are making it look like we are headed for general elections the next day, you know, like the next week. We are headed to the ballot, you know, and that's not really it, you know. That's not really it. It's time for development. But William Ruto, being the professor of politics he is mixing development with a little of politics here and there, trying to woo people. And I can assure you 2027 battle will be a battle royale. If William Ruto does not deliver in the next 4 years, 1 year is already gone, then he can really, it can be very hard for him, you know, now that they even have a tiff with the deputy president. So I'm trying to imagine what happens if it becomes a full-blown fight, you know. What happens if he fails to support him? But like I've said, he doesn't need his support, doesn't require his support to do anything. At the end of the day, he can actually make it alone. He actually made it alone. And it's going to be possible for him to actually redo it without his help. He really didn't need Uhuru Kenyatta to do anything. So it might even not require him also to do anything, and really just do it alone. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, drop a positive comment, and see you in the next one. Adios. Thank you.